She sells seashells by the seashore. The shells she sells are seashells, I'm sure. So if she sells seashells on the seashore, then I'm sure she sells seashore shells. So that poem was the bane of my existence as a kid in speech therapy with a lisp, which is still there. And I did not find out until I was an adult that that was about Mary Anning. Mary Anning was a girl who lived in the early 1800s. She was born in 1799 in England. Mary Anning was one of the world's first paleontologists before the term actually existed. I had never heard of Mary Anning until I started reading some books about her probably about 20 years ago. That was when I had first learned of her. And then we had another anniversary that I should look up, but maybe I'll make you all do it because research is fun. And more books about Mary Anning have come out. In fact, Mary Anning is so well known now that the British Mint has made coins honoring her. Plesiosaur, Mary Anning, 1823. This would have been when she discovered this fossil for the first time. If I am mispronouncing these, which is quite possible, your children know how to do it because most children know how to correctly pronounce dinosaur names. Love the British coins, by the way. They have a few from children's literature, from science, from history. You can find these on eBay as well. Go look for British commemorative coins. So Mary Anning now is huge. Mary Anning in her time was a young girl who started hunting for fossils and treasures on the beach with her father before she knew the term fossils as well. I always wear a t-shirt that commemorates whatever we're talking about. And this one is a feminist t-shirt. I have never been able to find out precisely what feminism is. I only know that people call me a feminist whenever I express sentiments that differentiate me from a doormat. Rebecca West, 1913. Why did I choose this quote? Why did I choose this shirt? Because Mary Anning was not allowed to study fossils or science at university, or go to university, or present at university, because she was a woman. Now, what she did do was she walked on the beaches, she dug up bones, she sold them, she talked about them, she identified them. She was amazing. But in the beginning, she was not allowed to do anything with them. So, Dinosaur Lady, The Daring Discoveries of Mary Anning, the first paleontologist, written by Linda Skeers, pictures by Marta Alvarez Miguens. Sorry if I am not pronouncing that correctly. It says, even though Mary could identify a species from one single bone and rebuild entire skeletons like a jigsaw puzzle, she couldn't join the Geological Society of London. Women were not allowed. She couldn't attend lectures or teach university classes or even take classes. There she is being denied going into the lecture hall. She probably knows much more and has much more actual literal field experience than most of the people giving the lectures or teaching the classes, but she is not allowed in because she is a woman. We now, of course, know about her because people have talked about her, and we have children's books about her, which is how lots of people learn, because children are always learning, interested. And we have these amazing coins from the British Mint. So there are many, many books out on her for children. What is interesting is, even though I do my best to learn from children's literature, I do not have the background to know what is right and what is not. These books don't always agree with each other, or they leave people out. So for instance, in this Mary Anning book, which is very sweet, there's a whole series of these called Little People, Big Dreams. It's great. The art in all these books is different, and I will show you. But at one point, she found what are called coprolites, right? And they are dinosaur poop. Now we have Mary plugging her nose. Dinosaur poop doesn't smell. It's a rock at this point. So while it's cute, it's also a little irritating because it's inaccurate. And if we have a book about a scientist, then we should actually probably make sure that the facts are actually facts. But the book is interesting. There are many ways to access information about Mary Anning. Read them all if you want to. I like them, but also note where they disagree with each other or what they leave out. So we're talking all these books, and I will again show you some from each of them. All these books are about Mary Anning and what she discovered, but also that as a girl and as a woman, because she started doing this at 10 or 11 years old. Well, she started doing it younger with her father, and then he passed away when she was 10 or 11. The books don't agree on that. She started fossil hunting on her own in order to support her family. She had not heard the word fossil before until two sisters, the Philpotts, said to her, "You have fossils. These are amazing." So in this book, Stone Girl, Bone Girl, The Story of Mary Anning by Lawrence Anholt and illustrated by Sheila Moxley, they talk about the Philpotts, who had a huge impact on her. They came to her father's shop. He was building them a curio cabinet because they collected a lot of things, as Mary did. They were called scientists, actually. The people in the town called them scientists. And Mary said, "Excuse me, would you like to see my collection?" "Oh," gasped the ladies, "what wonderful fossils." Fossils? Mary had never heard the word. But Mrs. Philpott smiled. They could see that Mary didn't know much about her collection. "I'll tell you what, Mary," said Annie Philpott, "when Pepper," which is what her father was called, "has finished my little cabinet, why don't you bring it to us? We could have some tea and then we will show you our collection." So here are two women who helped set her on her path as well, who gave her information, who gave her support. They're not in most of these Mary Anning books. I find it a little ironic that books that do focus on the fact that a woman was erased or ignored for a great deal of time ignores two women who had a huge impact on Mary Anning. Most picture books are 32 pages. There's not a lot. They can't get all the information in there, but I appreciate it when they try. Again, those women should be in there. We have about 8 books on Mary Anning. You can see that the art in each is very, very different. And some styles work for people and some do not. Some of you may not enjoy the book that is more like a graphic novel. We love graphic novels and think they kick booty. It's great. This one definitely has the least amount of information in it. It's just from a small period in Mary Anning's life. But it is very engaging, good way to enter the topic, learn more about her. Most of these books have an amazing amount of back matter. So if you are interested, you can learn more. There are normally timelines and bibliographies. This one, unfortunately, does not. I do find that lacking in a book. When you have a book like this that's based on a real person and you're trying to teach people, it's great to have more in the back. So for instance, Dragon Bones by Sarah Glenn Marsh and illustrated by Maris Wicks, and again, I hope I said that correctly, has lots of back matter. How to become a paleontologist. More information on if you're serious about being a paleontologist. They have a selected bibliography for people who want to read further. They have more about Mary, more about the different fossils she found, lots and lots of information. So I really appreciate having so much more because a lot of times a book like this will just whet your appetite. The end papers are fabulous. Also love when books give you lots of fun stuff on the end papers because there's so much going on. Rare Treasure, again, a different palette. Very good book, very pastel-y, light, almost deserty palette. Except for, the blue where there's ocean. This does not go as in-depth either. It just kind of gives you an introduction to her. This is one of the first books that came out about her, again, here, 1999. Oh, so that would be, gosh, it was a long time ago. That would be the 200th anniversary of her birth, which would explain why 3 books about Mary Anning came out in 1999. We have Mary Anning and the Sea Dragon by Janine Atkins, illustrated by Michael Dooling. Again, a kind of a grayer, darker palette. It's interesting what Mary had to go, the clothing Mary had to wear to go out and dig. Now we would be comfortable in pants and really good boots. So also more of a shorter part of her life than some of these others who are going from birth through death. It also has an afterward, but no back matter other than that. So I like the books that give you lots more to dive into. We have Dinosaur Lady, which we already looked at. And again, the palette in this is lighter, could be more engaging for some kids. Lots and lots and lots of detail and more awesome end papers. And for those who really want to go in depth, also, your kids are older or you're older, this one is great, much more dense. Obviously fewer pictures, but gorgeous pictures. Lots and lots and lots of detail. This one does mention the Philpotts. I checked to make sure that they were in there. Good index to look everything up. Obviously, lots of back matter, big, long bibliography. So this would really be a great book if you want to go deeper into Mary Anning and what her life was like, what she went through, what she discovered, how much she learned, how much she taught. So Mary Anning, she sells seashells by the seashore, and I will never, ever be able to do that the way my speech teacher would have liked me to. A woman who was dismissed until she wasn't. That is our video for today. So have a great day. Please leave comments. Please subscribe. Please tell people about this. I do have a children's literature newsletter. If you want to subscribe, just comment and I'll send you the link. Thank y'all. Have a good day.